Okay, welcome to another video. This is going to be a quick video of my Arrma Typhon. Now previously I've been putting, as you can see, a bit of Velcro on the back of the spoiler to affix the speed GPS, so I can basically do which speeds. But today what I've done is, because I had a couple of crashes, I wanted to change it around. So what I've done is, I don't know if you can see here, but on the back of the rear differential, there is actually a small screw and a plate. All right, I think you can see it better now. So that plate on the back, I'm going to prefabricate a aluminium little plate that can go onto it. So what I'm going to do is, I found basically some aluminium, which is like this, and what I've done is I've bent this aluminium so that it will hold the GPS. Now, as you can see here, I've also notched where the on-off switch is so that it doesn't turn the GPS off, and then basically stuck some Velcro right in between. So once I put it all on, you can see it holds quite firmly the GPS on this plate. Now, what I've done here is I've done a slight L shape with another piece of aluminium, and I've cut out 2 notches for the bolts that are in the rear diff case, and I've drilled a hole in the back. Now I've rounded the edges, used my Dremel just to notch out these, and I've basically marked what I need to cut out and where I need to drill. So, looking at this rear diff, if you look here, there is a hole right in the center. Now, it was a bit tricky, but what I've done is I've notched out and prefabricated for this to sit perfectly in that space. Then I've got a small M3 screw, which is here. Small M3 screw, you can see it there, and put a washer on it. And then what I'm going to do is screw this in, this plate in to the hole. Now I've cut it so that it's 8mm long, so that it doesn't go too far into the rear differential and split the gearbox. So as you can see there, I've just made a little plate that goes down. Now, all I need to do now is attach the GPS here so that it's stable, it's a lot stronger, and I can see it quite easily. So all that's left for me to do now is to glue this onto this plate and let it dry. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this part off And I'm going to just use some shoe glue, some basically shoe glue, and I'm going to put some on here. Doesn't matter if it's too much. And then I'll close this glue so I don't leak all over the place. Then I'm basically going to center this on top. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make sure the glue is on there. 1 second. Making sure none goes on your hand. You could wear gloves for this. Shoe glue is pretty easy to wipe off, so now basically got to make sure that you've got this on the right side. Yep, that's the right side. So bit of glue on there. I'm going to just make sure that it starts to get a bit more tacky. That's it. And then just blow it a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to position this so it's right in the center. I'll just wipe off any excess with my finger. Now I'll just hold that firmly for a little while. Don't have to be crazily accurate with this. It's just something, because there's a bottom plate as well as this plate at the bottom to hold it. I know that it's going to hold pretty well. If I gently put this in, just so that you can see without moving too much. As you can see there, we've created a bracket underneath that will stop it from falling down that way, and we've folded this aluminium so that it won't move side to side. Now, if you really want to be careful, you can get some zip ties and zip tie around the speed controller. Just zip tie around, all right? But I've added some Velcro on both sides just to make sure. Now, with a bit of care and a bit of time, just to make sure the folds are correct, you need to measure the distance of your GPS, so you know the distance you need to fold these two parts into. And then the other hardest bit out of this is just making sure that the hole that you drill is in the right position. So it just takes a bit of time and care. Just bought some $3–4 Velcro, and the aluminium strip was just from a Bunnings hardware store, which cost for a sheet of it, it was literally about $2 or $3. So as you can see now, we've got an area where we can do speed runs, and the GPS now is not in the vehicle, it's outside of the vehicle, so it's easy to see the speeds. And if it does roll over or crash, it's not going to get damaged by hitting the rear spoiler, or if it even does a wheelie or anything like that, it's hidden nicely out of the way, like so. Obviously the only way is if you spin around and reverse and hit some sort of curb or something, that may be a problem. So there you go, quick little video on how to mount your GPS to your car. So I hope this has been interesting. The Velcro is actually really tight on this, so I doubt this will be able to fall off. That shoe glue is almost dry already, so I'll just make sure that's firmly on. Now, if you're really concerned, you can drill a hole and screw these two plates together, but I think for what I'm going to be doing, and basically for the matter of securing a GPS, I think that's going to be well and truly enough. So, hope to be showing you this doing some speed runs again soon. I had to remove the bumper as the front end was lifting, so my next thing is to try and set up the suspension and maybe put some weights inside to keep the front end down. But very happy with things at the moment, and we'll see how things go. Okay, don't forget to subscribe and comment if you need any pointers, any help, and we'll see you soon.